Hey, Dogleaf. Good evening. Hello, Jay Lohman and Rems Lab. Yep. It is time for me to start practicing with renamed characters. And since I've been playing a lot of Kingdom Hearts lately, that was not a difficult decision to make on how to theme them tonight. Hey, Radman, Dreams Are Fragile, and Tapras. Well, I have my full run splits up. Hey, Village, and evening, sir. What? You know what? I think that might actually be that's never happened before. As many runs of this game as I've done, I can't think of Cloud ever actually missing that guy before. What is it? Wonder why I kept jumping to the end. You're probably meant to use the keyboard to rename characters. Yeah, Cloud is a lost boy. And Barrett just wants to wreck it. Yeah, wreck it, Barrett. Hey Mardlin, good evening. Hey, Big Brain. Ooh, what did you stream, Mardlin? No, Chrono Trigger, nice. Well, my first couple streams I had less than 5 viewers. Yes, and this game. Hey, Jen. Oh, we're just getting started, too. You'll probably like what I name Aerith. This is a really, really good guard scorpion fight. This will probably kill him. Yep. Yeah, that was a really, really good fight. Wondering why my time was so bad, but yeah, that's because of renaming characters. Yeah, I'm planning to do my run on my own laptop, aka the machine that I'm playing on right now. Yeah, I would be really, really, really scared of doing this run on an unfamiliar PC just because of the frame rate issues this port of FF7 has. Hey, Rune Factor, doing pretty good. Alright, nice. Hey, Phil Richards. So yeah, that that time loss was basically all just because of renaming Cloud and Barrett. I mean, I guess I should look into if using the keyboard gets me past that issue where it kept auto-moving the cursor to the end button every time I put in a letter. Yeah, that was the big irony, that this past SGDQ, the PC games were a very smooth lot. Yeah, I missed that. Yeah, missing that attack really didn't. But I mean, that was probably only like 5 seconds tops. I mean, I think the renames were definitely more. Yeah, the Gremlins were pretty bad at AGDQ this year, if memory serves. Also, Evening Stinger. Well, I wasn't running Kingdom Hearts, I was just fighting super bosses on my casual file. I will speedrun Kingdom Hearts 2 again at some point, maybe even next year, but it'll be the PS2 version, because the loading times are a lot faster. And the 2.5 is really, really good for casual play, but not for speed. I'm actually having kind of trouble deciding what exactly I want to do next after AGDQs for RPGs. I mean, I'll still be working on DKC too for the Game Exchange, but kind of torn now between PlayStation FF7 no slots, Japanese FF6 any percent, and Kingdom Hearts 2 at any percent. Yeah. I don't know which looks worse, honestly, the no mouths in the original or the goofy mouths in this. I mean, all of those FF6 Japanese any percent will probably involve the least amount of like routing work before I can start attempts. Just because the main thing I really just need to change about my route is figure out a encounter manipulation route up through Kefka at Narsh, which I believe Abyssanim has an app to help with making those more efficiently. Yeah, I need to finish learning FF4 some point next year or two for the inevitable gauntlet. I have played Dissidia, although not a whole lot. I played the first Dissidia more than Duodecim, but I have both. because the luck I got with preemptives on my FF6 Japanese any percent PB was ridiculous, and it's going to be very, very, very hard for me to get anywhere close to my Kefka at Narsh time without doing encounter manipulation, especially for the river. I mean, although doing encounter manipulation in FF6 is quite a bit more work than in this game. Alright, let's try the keyboard this time. Nope, doesn't work. Must be some goofy thing about how my controller is mapped then. Or it might just be the double input glitch too, just because if I try to do stuff if I try to do menuing too fast in this port, it double taps inputs. Like I have to watch it on certain menus that I don't like. If I try to do menuing at the speed I do on PlayStation, as far as like pressing down and circle to select magic when I open the menu, if I do that too fast, it'll go down an extra slot and pick materia instead. That caught me during the Guard Scorpion battle too, where it went to item instead of magic. One of several reasons why I'm planning on being done with PC FF7 speedrunning after AGDQ. If I was gonna actually rename Yuffie, she probably would have gotten to be Mulan then. Maybe Tifa would have been Belle or something like that instead. Pocahontas wouldn't be, well, other than me having to cut letters off of it because there's a 9-character limit in this game, which is the most generous of any RPG I've ever played for naming characters. Be a solid choice. It's not going to be very easy to tell from the splits, but I am kind of curious how much time I'm losing because of not having one character names too, just from text. It's not as much in this as in PC or PlayStation because the higher frame rate makes the text draw out faster. Beast was one of the candidates for Barrett's name, but then Wreck-It Barrett just was too good to pass up. Well, I think it's his level 1 limit. He turns into like the Galligan Beast or something. I forget what it's called exactly, but the word beast is in it somewhere. Hey Zaku, going pretty good. Hello, Tetley, thank you. Well, Gaston is kind of typecast now as Setzer, because I think it was when Essentia was doing an FF6 practice run before SGDQ. She named all of the characters after Disney characters, and oops, wait, what am I doing? Setzer got to be Gaston, and that of course led to "No one interrupts operas like Gaston." And I think we came up with a few more lyrics that I've since forgotten. Menu. Alright, let's not talk. I mean, the person that asked that question got a well-deserved timeout, so please don't continue that line of conversation. Hello, potato cake. If anyone's new to my FF7 streams, whenever you see me walking instead of running, that's to manipulate the random battles. Oh yeah. I mean, this game is not aged very well, but yeah, I mean, graphics-wise at least. Gameplay-wise, it definitely has, but graphics-wise, it looks pretty dated. But I will never forget just how much even the graphics blew me away when the game first came out. But I mean, I do accept the graphics being kind of clunky looking now is a legit reason to not really like the game if you don't have nostalgia for it. Which is a shame, because it's got the battle system and most other things are really, really solid. Yeah, that XeroKynos' 100% runs are kind of more designed to be true 100%, where you're just literally doing everything in the game instead of my preferred kind of 100%, which is everything that's fun to do fast. And I love how consistent. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if that's legitimately easier on PC, but I just get that. I've been getting that first try so much more consistently than on PlayStation. And I'm just doing it by feeling, just kind of feeling the timing internally. Hey Kev, thank you, thank you. I mean, I think for Kynos' 100% category, he does have to do a bunch of stuff at the Gold Saucer, because even though you can get the Master Materia, well, I mean, like, he probably does actually have, well, yeah, because you can get all of the materia you need a chocobo for just from killing Ruby Weapon, but there's stuff that you still have to do, like to get W summon, and there's a couple other materia that are exclusive to the Gold Saucer. Kind of. This boss has some weird glitches to it, like being able to hit him in the back, even if he didn't actually turn around under his counterattack. Because I mean, this battle has a unique mechanic where if you hit Airbuster in the back, it does 5 times normal damage. But he's still technically turned around when he counterattacked Tifa, even though he used his rear gun attack. Yeah, Son of Orpheus, I figured it was definitely time to start practicing with renamed characters. One downside to this glitchy run, though, is I can only actually name 5 of the characters, because I'm skipping where I can get the other 4. I could technically get Vincent, but that wouldn't really add anything to the run. This is a practice run for AGDQ. Because renaming the characters is going to be a donation incentive. Aerial was an idea. But we're gonna name her after Sleeping Beauty for obvious reasons. Nice. Great minds think alike, I guess. Well, yeah, she does actually make it in this run because of skipping the end of Disc 1. Oops. For some reason I blanked and thought the cutscene started after you did the first jump. Dang it. No. He didn't grab the left turn, so I just wasted a couple steps. Fortunately, I do have a recovery strat for that in the train graveyard. Yeah, Death by Math is pretty fun. Yeah, unfortunately Red 13 is the last character that I'm able to rename. Even though I do use Sid, I'm not able to rename him. I can only actually rename the characters that you meet in Midgar in this run. Yeah, this is way early for this battle. Dang it, now you're making me imagine Red 13's lines delivered by James Earl Jones. Red 13, whoo, say it again, Red 13. Even though, that's not technically James Earl Jones, but same movie. If we're gonna have any characters named after Nicolas Cage, it would probably be Yuffie, because she likes to hunt for treasures. I just keep forgetting that it's just down because of the camera angle there. Hey, Kirby. I think the next run is going to be Dr. Seuss themed, but Marvel superheroes wouldn't be a terrible idea. I'm not quite as far off as I thought, but yeah, I just still need to do the catch-up strat in the train graveyard. So this fight here I shouldn't be getting normally until after I fight apps. Yeah, I approve highly of the Smug Pac-Man emote, and and the kitty slide here too. Yeah, the only other thing that I would legitimately say is dated about this game, other than the graphics, is the controls, because this is a 3D game that you have to play with the only D-pad controls, because it came out before the DualShock controller. And some things about the menus are a little off too, mostly just with targeting, with like moving the cursor in between targets and battles. It can get kind of weird sometimes. Thank you, L Body Kaso. My apologies if I butchered that, which I probably did. You know, that is something I've never actually really given much thought to, that you have a playground that's right next to a very seedy area. I mean, if you can read Japanese, all of the text that's on the buildings here is very lewd, or some of it is, at least. Now we're gonna make Peter into a Wendy. My favorite character in FF6 is Owzer, because he's Jabba the Hutt in human form. Yeah, there's gonna be an incentive at AGDQ for whoever's around at the time to help us with the squats. I've already gotten a very enthusiastic offer from Caleb Hart, which will be quite fun. I don't think Meta Sigma is going, but if he was, I'd require him to be in on that too. Wait, what? Oh no, go to the bar next. Yeah, I didn't really like Sabin that much as a kid just because I could never do his blitzes, but now that I know that the game doesn't recognize diagonal inputs and doing blitzes reliably isn't really that difficult, I like him much more. What are you farming for exactly? Experience, money, or magic points? 'Cause there's different spots that are good for all three of those. Well, money and magic points are one and the same, but experience is a little different. It also depends on who you want to gain levels for. Wow, you lasted 10 seconds before you failed that time. You don't even need Vanish Doom for the Hoovers. You can just use Doom, because they're not immune to it. I mean, Vanish Doom guarantees that it always hits, but like I'm looking at a new when I start doing glitchless FF6 any percent attempts again, I'm probably going to change my grinding route for World of Ruin to grind on Hoovers instead. Now, if you're talking about Twitch chat during my FF6 run, I have not looked at the logs and have no intention of doing so. The QuakeNet chat logs were pretty fun to read, though. I think I counted at least 4 different alternative lyrics that people made up for the Crazy Chocobo song from FF13-2 based on the Demon Chocobo. Okay, something's nagging me here. So I do here with the tiara. Okay. Just want to make sure I actually had the tiara. Yeah, it was Carcinogen and Arrow that did squats during my FF7 run at AGDQ 12. I hope I'm able to do a full no slots run for GDQ again someday, just to show just how advanced it's gotten since 2012. I mean, that was before your step counter manipulation was a thing. That was back when the route still had grinding in order to beat Demon's Gate. Lots of other small and not so small improvements. Well, I mean, if you just want to gain levels, there's a forest near what's a village called Miranda, I think, that has mantises and frogs in it. And if your whole party has vanish status, there's nothing that they can do that'll hurt you on the first turn. So the mantises can't hurt you, period, and the frogs can't hurt you until the third turn, so as long as you kill them before then, you're fine. You'll gain a lot of experience. Only person I really know of that's doing like high level slots runs of this game right now is Cart 7. Yeah, I'm kind of happy to see that there's retranslations going on for older RPGs. Like Dragon Dark recently did a playthrough of Breath of Fire 2 with a retranslation patch that just looked like it made the game such a better experience, just because the original version is just trash as far as the localization. The easiest way to get Vanish is to summon Phantom, and that gives Vanish to your whole party. His name's Ralph, and he wants to wreck it! Hey, Ghoulicious, thank you. Yeah, when they try to translate Japanese honorifics into English, it always just sounds really awkward. Because I'm sure what they were doing in that scene there was Tifa was calling her Arisu-sama, and then said to just call her Arisu-san instead, or Arisu-kun. Whenever I get a PS4, I'll probably get FF7, but I don't really have plans to do that super soon. I will eventually get to play Final Fantasy 15 and Kingdom Hearts 3 mostly, but I'm not in any hurry. I literally cannot think of a single game currently out for the PS4 that I really want to own. The Final Fantasy Type 0 is coming out soon, I think. If you want another tip, when you're gaining levels, make sure to equip Zone Seek or Tritalk on any character that's going to be using magic, because it boosts their magic stat a lot. And then equip Bismarck on anyone that's going to be fighting with weapons. Hey, Savory Pot Roast. I cast Bolt on it for AI manipulation. Actually, it forces apps to only use Sewer Tsunami instead of other attacks he can use that have slower animations. Alright, nice. Got the quick kill, too. Hey, D. Javier. I am running this game. Alright. Dang it. Just barely missed it. Yes, the CD changer in my car is loaded for bear with Mannheim Steamroller right now. Way behind now. Fortunately, the catch-up strat in the North Train Graveyard catches up quite a bit. I'm just gonna have to take these turns pretty careful to make sure I don't waste any more steps, though. So the catch-up strat is just to move this first train twice. It's about, I don't know, like 10 seconds or so slower, but it lets you get through with fewer steps. So I do this as a backup plan if I have issues with the step counter before getting here. Okay. Pretty good shape now. So this is a route change that I did as of my last run, where I'm accepting getting 2 fights on the pillar climb in exchange for having more buffer steps for the Shinra building. Hey, Mikao. So if I'd have burned some steps in the North Train Graveyard, basically I could have skipped this second fight here, but that gives me very, very, very little margin for error in the rest of Midgar. And I don't think that's worth it in a marathon run to risk screwing up my encounter pattern for the crater in exchange for skipping one fight. Hey, Royal Blue. Cool, creative Ely. Thank you, thank you. Yeah. The having different resolutions for the field versus the battles and the venue is kind of goofy. But if I crop that out, I'd be cropping like a good chunk of the rest of the game. uh, Gao would probably make the best Tarzan. Or maybe Umaro. Of course there's a gain. You mean, remember, there's rate hike, tra la 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 la. Hey, Zelik man, thank you. Hey, Christmas Ham. Definitely one of the stranger enemies in this game. Which I'm sure many people that have played the game have seen a lot of, because of the map for that wrecked road area being really goofy designed. Oh, yuck. I'll try. Well, haven't missed anything. You haven't missed anything too exciting. I mean, this glitched run doesn't really get crazy until a little after the 2-hour mark. Hey, Bick, thank you, sir. Yes. Sid the tea connoisseur is one thing I'm eagerly awaiting the return to whenever I start doing full no slots runs again. Hey, wandering mind. I mean, the fact that, my viewer count is very, very low compared to when I do full game runs too, so it's kind of pretty clear to me that there's more interest in full game, in the Twitch community at least. Well, this is pretty typical. I mean, I'm pretty lucky to even get up to like 400 or so, and for full game runs, I usually hit quadruple digits by the end. I'm sure that just the fact that it's a longer run and there's more time for people to find out about it and tune in is a big part of that, though, I'm sure. Yeah, AGDQ hype. Only about 3 weeks to go. Really feels like this one's kind of just sneaking up. Maybe probably another factor too is that if I'm doing an 8+ hour run, I start earlier in the day. The time I start these runs, it's usually like after people that are in Europe are asleep. Still don't really. The timing for this jump is different than on PlayStation. I still don't really have it nailed yet. So I use the pipe squeaking sound as an audio cue. I mean, on PlayStation, I basically just need to jump as soon as the sound starts, but because there's different lag in this version, I need to hesitate a little bit more. My couch crew for this is going to be Abda Jr., Brosentia, and Uranium Anchor. And I believe Villagen is going to be on the host mic. Alright. As is usual, when I do runs of this, I'm going to hit a commercial when I get to the Stairmaster 7000 minigame. Yeah. A full game run actually would be an hour faster than PlayStation, but I honestly don't care. It's a pain to stream and it's a pain to practice, so I'm going back to PlayStation once I once AGDQ is done. Alright, BRB. I'm sure it could be possible to arrange the Die Hard music here, but to be honest, I think that meme has kind of run its course. I mean, it'll be 2 years old, I think, as of, or is it 2 or 3 years old as of next January? So I'm sure the number of marathon viewers that remember it is. The ratio, at least, is declining. And I'm not forgetting that elixir. I just don't need it in this route. Full game run, I would need that for Geen attack killing purposes. Yeah, Reign of Soten counted it once too, and there are in fact 59 flights of stairs that I'm climbing. That's also why I really hate any percent FF4 being called diehard percent just because it's a really dated meme that doesn't tell you anything about the run, basically. If you don't know what the meme means, then you're not going to know what that speed run is just from the name. The deal with the frame rate is that this game runs at different frame rates on different computers. So it's basically become kind of standard now that anybody that speedruns PC Final Fantasy VII like states what their field frame rate is, just because it affects how fast the run is. 35 FPS is pretty much as fast as it can get without modding the game. It is. I mean, yeah. I mean, it's true any percent basically, as in if you use the memory corruption with the stairs glitch. And I personally kind of I like calling both that and sketch glitch FF6 just any percent with memory corruption or any percent with major skips, just because that's a little more intuitive to somebody doesn't already know about all the different categories for the games. Three seconds is probably within the margin for how much time I could have lost just from the characters having longer names. About to say, what, 1997? That's when the game came out. Metal Gear Cloud is what I like to call that minigame. It's serious time. I mean, it's not hard, but I always make sure I'm focused fully on the game for that. In this run, I just try to guess the domino password, because it's generally faster to guess than to figure it out. Yeah, it's because at AGDQ, I believe 2 years ago, there was an NES game run called Die Hard, where it was basically a joke run where part of the speedrun route involved just climbing up and down stairs in order to run down an in-game timer. So I think like a good half or more of the run was just climbing stairs, and that just took off as a meme that anytime you're doing a lot of climbing stairs in a video game, that's Die Hard %. It takes so long to explain what it has. That's why I don't really like referring to it that much anymore, just because of how long it takes to explain and how, like, it's just not funny if you weren't there. It's kind of one of those deals. I mean, I was there and I thought it was hilarious, but if you weren't there, you're probably just gonna roll your eyes at people just laughing hysterically over Die Hard references. Yeah, no one actually beat it. The first time that NES Die Hard was actually beaten on stream at a GDQ event was SGDQ bonus stream this year. Yeah, he came close to beating the final boss a couple times, but I don't think he actually did until this past summer. Right, hi, tra la 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 la. Hojo's mouth is pretty freaky in this version, in this cutscene at least. Along with his eyes. Well, he didn't have a mouth in the original game, is the thing. Sephiroth takes the cake for goofiest mouth, though, in PC FF7. I've never played any Suikoden games. I keep being told that I should, that they're good, but there were just a lot of PlayStation RPGs that I never played mostly just because of being in college at the time, not really having the free time. Breath of Fire 3 is another one. Yeah, I've played all 4 of the Dot Hack games for PS2. Well, the original Dot Hack series for PS2, although I haven't actually beaten the 4th one. And I have the Dot Hack GU series, but have not played any of them. Yeah, I've played Breath of Fire 4, just not 3. Maybe I will sometime next year. There's several retro RPGs that I want to casual play next year. Breath of Fire 3, Mother 3, Dragon Quest 3, Super Famicom version, Robotrek. I know Suikoden 2 being released in the PSN store was a pretty big deal. Yeah, Robotrek in the Japanese version is called Slapstick, which is pretty fitting given the spirit of the game. Dot Hack is interesting. I mean, it's a pretty. I mean, it's long if you try to do everything, just because of how many games there are and the fact that they all kind of lead into each other. It's a series where you have to play them in order for the story to make sense. Hey, Dylan. Mostly just because of renaming characters is probably the biggest single reason why I've been losing time. Yeah, if anyone's actually gotten a good look at my shirt today, Red 13's name should come as no surprise. Because we have Stitch 13 here. I don't know, why have you, UA? Why not burn? How rude. Simba was the first candidate for Red 13's name, but then after remembering that I had a Stitch 13 shirt, I couldn't not name him Stitch. I like that Gilder emote. Very fitting here. My collection of Yeti shirts is getting ridiculous enough that I pretty much need to start sorting them by game if I want to actually be able to find one quickly. Too bad this isn't like lightning returns where spinning around in circles can make you get sick. Oops. If I wanted to manipulate the gold saucer date, I could do it here. I mean, if I wanted to make Tifa get chosen, I would need to do a bit of stuff here. Yeah, that is a very, very, very big first world problem, having difficulty finding video game themed shirts quickly because of having too many of them. Lightning returns if you spin. I think, yeah, if you spin lightning around in circles for long enough, you can make her get dizzy. If anyone's just tuned in and is wondering why Barrett is named Ralph, it's because he wants to wreck it. So I might get a fight with Solo Cloud now, because I didn't get one on the top floor. So I probably need to heal just for safety then after Rufus. That's a lot of socks. Nope. About a half hour off from doing warps. Good evening, Everhate. Congrats on the DW3 run. I heard it went well this morning. Probably due in no small part to me being Art still asleep then. Actually, no, no, I'm not gonna get the fight with Solo Cloud. I'm gonna get it with these guys and gal. So we're good. Yep, there we go. I should be running this for roughly another hour and 15 minutes or so. If anyone doesn't know who Aurora is, too, that's Sleeping Beauty's name. For obvious reasons. Not that, well, not that they'll be obvious during this run, if you've never played the game, but if you have, it's obvious. Yeah, 4:30 sounds great for a marathon name. Yeah, I was gonna name him Simba at first, but then remembered that I have a Stitch 13 shirt that I'm currently wearing, so I couldn't not name him Stitch then. Speaking of being asleep, hopefully that doesn't happen this time and I can recover some time on this fight. But that's all up to RNG. Alright. 1, 2. Oh, that's a good point, John. Here, made on my input there, because I was trying to skip that attack, but oh well, maybe just wasted a couple seconds. Rufus wants Neverland for himself. Yeah. I don't have a ton of work left for the year or two. 4 days this coming week, and then I'm off the whole week after that. There will definitely be some Major League speedrunning occurring that week. I think that'll be time to finally start working on Pirate Shoot Panic and DKC 2. Yeah, well, now it's easy to know how to save her. Just skip the part of the game where she dies. Wrong warp glitch was discovered, I want to say, about a year ago. Oh, was that a year and a half ago already? That feels like it was more recent than that. Yeah, I mean, I'm almost certainly not gonna be ready for full DKC2 runs until after EGDQ, but hopefully I can at least, maybe by the end of next week, be ready for World 1 through 5 runs. And there's only really one world left after that, though. It's got some hard stages, but well, there's a World 7, but it's only one stage, and then the final boss. Yeah, Donkey Kong Country too. I'm learning that as part of a game exchange. The best part about the bike theme is that it's called Crazy Motorcycle on the soundtrack, which is a fitting name. Is that out in non-Japanese countries yet? I remember reading that there was going to be a FF7 G-Bike mobile phone game released in Japan, and it shows up in Twitch's game database now too. If I type Final Fantasy VII, one of the hits that I get is the G-Bike racing game. Oh, nice. Got all 3 reds in one spawn set. Oh, there's plenty of pretty sturdy games. Kingdom Hearts 2 doesn't really have much other than a couple like very rare soft lock glitches. Yeah, I'll probably do a FF6 memory corruption run at some point next year to prepare for commentary at RPG Limit Break. Along with needing to be ready in case the LCC isn't able to make it, and Essentia and I need to run FF6 instead. Alright, so this next boss follows a completely fixed turn order that I'm going to be kind of manipulating a bit in order to skip its nastier attacks. There's a little bit of RNG here as far as what Cloud's magic stat is, because your stat gains when you level up in this game are random. There aren't really a whole lot of places where it actually matters as far as boss strategies, but this is one of them. It doesn't really matter that much, but if I have really poor magic on Cloud, it might take an extra attack to kill him. Hey, Zion Popsicle. Feel the heat. Alright. As long as I'm doing roughly 210 damage with Cloud's bolts, then I'm not going to have any problem killing it without having to use limits. Pretty much just the former Zion Popsicle. I, I need to start practicing doing this run with renamed characters. So that's a glitch right there that let me skip about a 40-second cutscene of choosing my party for leaving Midgar. It took me quite a few tries to get it that time, but I still saved time. Yeah, there hasn't been any singing yet, other than reminiscing on some alternative lyrics to the Gaston song that Essentia and I came up with once. No one interrupts operas like Gaston. Hey, Wixiban. Yeah, I liked the Advent Children movie. I mean, I mostly liked it for the fight scenes, which were pretty well done. I mean, the writing and story was nothing really too memorable. But especially the Blu-ray version, like the Cloud versus Sephiroth fight scene was really, really cool. So this fight is where I can lose some time just because of RNG if the dragon kills Cloud and Sephiroth spends turns reviving him. So let's see. I think Sephiroth's turn should already be committed by that point, yeah. Oh man, I haven't heard the Madam Mim song for a very, very long time. There needs to be a Sword in the Stone world in Kingdom Hearts 3. Instead of just having Merlin as a NPC in Hollow Bastion. Thank you, Shadow Link. If I was doing the PlayStation version, I'd be able to do another cutscene skip glitch here to skip this photograph cutscene, or as I call it, the Fuzzy Pickles skip. But if you do that on PC, it soft locks the game. I don't think anyone really knows why, too, just because pretty much every other glitch that's useful in speedrunning is the same between PlayStation and PC. I think next week is going to be Dr. Seuss theme names, since every time I see this FMV I always think about Mount Crumpet, where the Grinch... Well, I'd have had to have set that up better to actually start quoting Dr. Seuss, but yeah, the Grinch lives on Mount Crumpet. There is, on the Japanese PC version, there's an additional glitch you can use called the Status Max glitch that lets you skip. It's kind of like the Fade Out glitch in Chrono Trigger as far as being able to skip event triggers. One of them lets you, one of the uses for it is leaving Calm without actually going through the flashback, and then that lets you go through the Mythril Mines without getting stopped. Hey, Velociraptor. That would be an interesting test to show just how much the same characters in Final Fantasy games are, as far as like what roles they always fit in a party. Yeah, Kirby. I mean, I do like the full game run better than this category, but I think this is a pretty good category for a marathon, just because it shows. It gives you a pretty nice cross-section of what FF7 speedrunning is like without taking 8+ hours, and it shows some pretty nifty glitches that you don't otherwise see. It's looking like we're probably going to be okay on FF5 runners, just because I got 3 new offers for it today, actually. But yeah, if you're interested in learning the game, I mean, we'll definitely be having another relay next fall sometime. Nice, Lady Lunar. I have a hard time thinking about Be Our Guest without hearing Mr. Burns singing it, though. See my vest, made from real gorilla chest. And I remember some of the lines, but not really the whole song. And the sweater, there's no better than authentic Irish setter. See this hat, 'twas my cat, my evening wear, vampire bat. See my loafers, former gophers, it was that to skin my chauffeurs. I really like the vest. I gathered that, sir. I wouldn't really say this is a particularly... I mean, this run has more intense random battle manipulation than a full game run, just because if you mess it up badly enough, you can kind of paint yourself into a corner as far as having a low chance of actually escaping the crater, but just the fact that it's only about 3 hours long, I mean, that takes the whole kind of just test of endurance element out, at least for me. I mean... When I run stuff like FF7 no slots or FF9, sub 3-hour run is nothing by my standards. Oh yeah, a Red Robin suit, it comes one breast or two. See my vest, see my vest, see my vest. Sephiroth was gene spliced basically when he was in the womb with Genova cells, and that's what both gave him his powers and made him crazy. It's the short version. Oh, thank you, Old School. So I think, yeah, in my PB I got caught twice by the Midgar Zalem, so if I get past first try I can probably be ahead by that point. But that's pretty heavily luck based though. I think she has a heart attack or something in between when you kill Sephiroth and when the ending starts. Yeah, I mean it's pretty debatable who the true villain of FF7 is. I mean Sephiroth is, as far as being the one who wants to destroy the world and being the final boss of the game, but a pretty strong case can be made for Hojo being the true villain, just because he causes all of the chaos that happens with all of his experiments. Getting Vincent, I guess, could be an incentive, but I don't think it would be a particularly good one, just because there isn't really any way I could actually use Vincent as part of the route. If this was a defeat all weapons run, which is about an hour longer than any percent, no debug room at least, then Vincent would actually be used. Since Well, I take that back. Vincent does get used in this run, but it's in a kind of unconventional way. Yeah, the truck summon is not seen. Not that I really know of. I mean, when I've run this for marathons before for doing the full game, I mean, I just wait until after I get the high wind, and then lost numbers and push over when you have Aqua Lung and the Power Soul. I don't really know how I'd beat lost number at this point. I do know how I'd beat it after glitching out Cloud's strength and speed stats, though. I've always viewed Sephiroth as being the brains behind Genova. I mean, I find it a little debatable if Genova is even sentient, really, or is just an alien parasite that wants to feed. Because I want to say that the only line that Genova actually has in the script, which is because you are a puppet, is actually that subtitle that it's Genova that says it wasn't in the original Japanese version. I'm not 100% sure on that though, but I want to say that in the Japanese version it's Sephiroth that says that line. Yeah, the mug glitch lets you cancel battle animations, basically. So you, in the defeat all weapons route, you can use it to summon Knights of the Round and skip the animation, so that that makes Ruby Weapon take like, I don't know, like maybe 2 or 3 minutes total instead of like 15 if you're actually watching all the animations. Probably might even be longer than that because you're using W summon. It's so funny though. I mean, you're basically doing nothing that the viewer can see other than just using dasers to paralyze Ruby Weapon, and then using elixirs on Cloud or whoever it is that's doing the summon, and then Ruby Weapon just mysteriously falls over dead. In that run, you also used the mug glitch to skip Safer Sephiroth's death animation too. The second time you fight him, because you fight Bizarro and Safer Sephiroth twice in that run. Once to get Omni Slash, and then again to actually finish the game. I always like to call this the Xenogears cutscene, just because the drawing style is kind of different from the rest of the FMVs in the game, along with having subtitles. No, it means Barrett wants to wreck it. Cloud is a lost boy. Aerith is Sleeping Beauty. I have not actually seen either Mulan or Lilo and Stitch, so can't really quote stuff there. Yeah, I do get that reference just because I think it's Bizkit47 that has his Land of Dragons splits in Kingdom Hearts 2 named after, I think it's Let's Get Down to Business to defeat the Huns for his like missions splits, I think. Alright, so let's see what please don't. Wait, oh. Okay, that was weird. I somehow skipped over the room transition. Gao would make a good Mowgli too, along with the Tarzan. Although maybe Gao could be Mowgli and Umaro could be Tarzan. It's a pretty bad spawn there. Yeah, I was hoping he'd move a bit further away, but didn't get it. Okay, got second try at least. Yeah, I find that was a cutscene skip there if it wasn't obvious, and I find that one a lot easier to do on PC than on PlayStation just because of the faster loading times for the menu. Yeah, since the question comes up a lot, no, I don't try to learn beta. It is possible to learn beta at this level, but the setup time for it is way too much. That time save is because I had a really bad marsh in my PB. I got caught twice by the Zalem, and I think the one of them was when I had almost gotten to the edge too. Getting caught in this run was fairly quick. Yeah, Aqua Lung is the enemy skill of choice for full game runs because it's a lot easier to learn than beta. And the water is better than fire anyway, just because there's less enemies in the game that have immunity to water. You're about to see the warping. So what I'm doing here is I'm loading this is basically a new game plus type run because I'm using prepared save files that I have on my PC, and because part of activating the wrong warp glitch is that I'd need to game over, because once I game over, the location where I died is stored in the or his state is stored basically, and then once I've game overed with that file there, now I just need to get into a battle somewhere. I should probably actually heal up. Oh no, I'm good. This is the better of the two fights I could be getting out here. Hey, Mega Meerkat. Yeah, the names are kind of special in my Yuffie Warp files because they were made on the Japanese version. So now I've used the glitch to warp to the far side of Mount Nibble, but we're just getting started. get snagged on the save point there. I'm gonna warp it. So the point of warping here was to get to this forest, because this forest has the highest encounter rate for Yuffie in the game. 99.5%, I believe. Because I need to as part of activating the rest of the glitch, I need to fight Yuffie. I hope that she doesn't turn me into a frog. And presto, I'm in the final dungeon. The reason why Peter Pan's name came up twice is because Kate Seth's in a pretty glitched out state right now where he's got Young Cloud's data loaded. That's why we've got this awkward nothingness here too, is 'cause this is when Kate Seth is supposed to be leaving the screen. Hey Akusai. It's how the glitch works, really. It's tied to the random battle with Yuffie on the world map in order to warp to the stored location from where you game overed with another file. That pause buffering I was doing there was to make me gain credit towards running away faster. I don't normally do it just because it's slower, but with how dangerous the fights are at this point in the run, it's worth it. My favorite Final Fantasy game is in my Twitch bio, if anyone's curious. That is a question I get asked pretty often. So I just picked up the Mythril armor from Sid there, which is the best armor in the game for evasion. Oops. And once I reach the bottom of the crater, the game now thinks that I've legitimately reached the end of the game and will let me carry on, basically. This next fight's gonna be kind of dangerous, because it's gonna be an Ahriman back attack. This will be a scissors, which isn't really too dangerous. This is 7 steps. 1, 2, 3. And this is going to be a dangerous one. This is 2 parasites. Parasites is 12 steps. This one should be free, basically. It should be 2 gargoyles. Gargoyles don't do anything other than get depetrified on the first turn. Yeah, the equivalent to smoke bombs in this game is the exit spell, but I don't have that. Okay, so this should be preemptive with 2 parasites, which is good because I can instantly run away from it. Okay, 7 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, and if I did everything right, I should only have 1 more fight before I'm out of here. I'm not sure that I did everything right, though. I don't think I walked the full 7 steps there. I think that where I got the last set of gargoyles was something I should have skipped. But we made it. Yeah, the random battles in dungeon type areas in this game aren't actually random. They're based on a step counter that goes up by different amounts whenever you walk or run. Oh, also, because I didn't actually enter the crater properly, I get this scene here. So I was doing some pretty intense manipulation of my step counter there in order to avoid getting the most dangerous possible battles that you can get in the crater. Nice, got a gold too, just because of getting fewer fights. Yeah, I mean, even if I used Yuffie Warping to get to where, well, I mean, I could have actually gone into Rocket Town at that point, but I don't have enough money to afford an exit materia. This split is going to be very hard for me to save time on, just because of how good my RNG was in the last run. Okay, dodge this please, Cloud. Good boy. Alright, so now we're going to be having some fun becoming strong enough to be able to actually beat Sephiroth. So we're going to start out by glitching out Ultima Weapon, because Ultima Weapon is like Doomgaze from FF6, where its HP value is tracked in your save file, and gradually, and you're meant to fight it numerous times before you can finally kill it. But because I didn't actually fight Ultima Weapon as part of the storyline in Medial, its HP value is glitched out, and I can, well, I was able to use a potion to actually give it 100 hit points total. But unfortunately, there isn't any absolute way that I can ensure that I can win. But fortunately, if he kills me, it's a pretty fast recovery. Hey, Andy. Alright, let's see. Please don't Ultima Beam. Alright, nice. Deathless Ultima Weapon again. So because Ultima Weapon only had 100 hit points from me using that potion on it, I can take him out with one grenade now. And the my prize then is a ton of experience, money, and AP. Oh really? Is that because of SDFG's new developments with the RNG manipulation? Or is there more than meets the eye? Alright, so now, and I also got the Ultima Weapon Sword, which is Cloud's strongest weapon. Hopefully that translates into a the mop into a cooler run of Earthbound for Limit Break. I have to get the mop in order to get the next item that I can dig there. W item. Most people that have played this game probably should know quite well what W item can be used for. Earthbound is not going to be at AGDQ, but it will be at RPG Limit Break. Alright, so, no, I don't want to sell that. Let's see, we can sell that. And we move on. Yeah, if I actually managed to sell the Ultima Weapon, I'd just have to reset and fight Ultima Weapon again, but that would be a pretty bad kind of that's never happened before. So is it just because of RNG manipulation that SDFG got a sub 410, or does he have other new strats too? Yes, Cloud or Peter Pan does indeed need to go fast. But that's not fast enough for my liking. Let's see. So I have to fight that battle a total of 3 times to duplicate 2 stacks of speed sources and 1 of power sources, and then in between each fight I reset the game in order to force the next encounter to be with 2 of those thieves. Yeah, because I saw a video he did where you can manipulate getting bomb drops in order to kill Titanic Ant really quickly, which looked pretty cool. Ah, I wasn't paying attention to which one it was. Okay, good. Oh yeah, crits too. Yeah, I mean, this doesn't look that complicated, but I'm focusing really hard on making sure I don't double tap any buttons, because if I do that, it screws the whole thing up. Getting more power sources is an idea I've toyed with for marathon safety, but just based on my testing so far, it's just looking like getting the long range materia gives me what I need in order to make it almost impossible to lose to Sephiroth. Sources increase any of your stats permanently. They're like seeds from Dragon Quest. Alright, so just need to do that one more time. The speed drink is to set up the next. At this point it's to set up the next duplication, because as part of the glitch I need to have a consumable item in my top slot, because I need to use the item while I'm gaining the source back after killing the thief that stole it, and that glitches out that slot so that I can duplicate it. After this last set of thieves, though, I'm going to steal one other speed drink to use in the final battles, after duplicating more of them, of course. Hashtag grinding. Okay, Zurst. Yeah, you can dupe hero drinks. Those are easier to dupe than sources, because you can consume them during battle. I have the power! sources, which I will not, which I will remember to use as part of my next menu. Because I lost a run a few weeks ago because of forgetting to actually use the power. Well, I didn't actually lose the run, but I lost a lot of time because I forgot to actually use the power sources on Cloud before fighting Genova. Alright, so this next stop is something I'm just doing for marathon safety, and that's just to go back here and buy some more healing items. The reason I couldn't do this the first time I came here was because having extra items that can be stolen in my inventory decreases the odds of the thieves stealing the sources. So I basically need to minimize that in order to get the lowest odds of having to reset because of the thieves stealing like a Phoenix down or something instead. World record for this category is 235. Oops, I don't want to leave without that. Alright, so at this point I could just get back into the high wind and fly back to the crater and descend to the bottom, but I'm going to use Yuffie Warping instead, because it's both faster and safer. Oh, I forgot to sort my items. I can do that when I switch back, though. Alright, so this is where we're going to see the Vincent mug glitch in action. There's a glitch where I can... oops, actually I forgot to split here. That split was supposed to be when I reset to load this file. I can PB pretty easily at this point if I don't get trolled by Sephiroth. So yeah, I'm using a glitch here basically to cast exit with Vincent, but skip the animation by having him use Mug first. Because whenever you use Mug with Vincent with certain weapons equipped, the next battle animation that would happen will get cancelled. Okay, so after third battle, I need to take some stuff off. Because I don't want to actually get all the way to the bottom. After 3 battles, I want Vincent to get killed by the 4th one, because I need to die in order to set up the glitch. I do FF9 every once in a while for special occasions. And there I used the bug glitch, just cancel the animation of the giant attacking Vincent. He's using sneak attack materia, which lets you use the linked materia as a preemptive attack, basically. Jeez, Yuffie still got to go even before Cloud. That's pretty impressive. Alright, so I've now warped with my speedrun file back to the final descent, and the FMVs are a little special now because of how I got here. Using the warp glitch to get here screws up the FMVs. Hey Genova, what's happening? That's a legitimate question, Peter. Where are we? Oh, we're here. Alright. Wow, nice. Yeah, I'm using a PlayStation 2 controller with a USB adapter to play this. Yeah, what Eternal Ashes said. I mean, all of the animated backgrounds in this part of the game are FMV movies, and the game's loading the wrong movies because of how glitched out it is. Hey, Winslow Bones. It lags the game pretty badly too, to have these movies playing. Well, I might. I guess this might be RIP PB now. Yeah, let's just go for it. I screwed up a little bit with my turn order too, as far as not using the wait trick during the first turn. If I'd have done that properly, I probably would have been able to do it before. Okay. I lost like a lot of time there, but at least all my characters are alive going into safer stuff. I cured because the damage that the Ultima weapon does is boosted based on how much HP Cloud has. Now that I've actually got a good save file, though, I'm gonna do some grinding of just these last fights before the next time I do a full run. Okay, don't hit Cloud, please. Don't hit Cloud, please. Thank you. This is gonna always hit Cloud. That's based on how much HP the target has. Should still be able to kill him before he does Pale Horse. Yeah, I should have used another speed drink on him. Okay, this dude didn't hit Cloud. That's all that matters at this point. Alright. We did it. GG! Yeah, I should have used Aerith's turn at that point to use another speed drink on Cloud, just because both her and Sid were still alive, so I could have had Sid use do the wait trick. Because if I'd have hero drinked Cloud, then he almost certainly would have been able to kill him before he did Pale Horse. Because if he'd have Pale Horsed Cloud and it had hit him and given him like frog status or something, then that would have meant I couldn't win. Alright, yeah, this should be PB pace. It's not going to be by much, though. Less than a minute, probably. If I had, yeah, if I hadn't, I think I probably lost over a minute, maybe more like a minute and a half on Bizarro because of all that derpage. But well, something to improve next time. And I had perfect RNG for both Ultima Weapon and the Thieves duplication battles again too. In general, I should probably be behind at this point. I mean, unless I had a much better Midgar escape. Just because my final preparation segment was too good. Oh, and I get to save time there too because of the game loading the wrong FMV there. I mean, there's normally supposed to be about like a 30+ second long FMV of Cloud flying into his mind to fight Sephiroth's last influence, but it loads the Airbuster exploding FMV instead. Alright, 246. So yeah, about a 45-second PB, which I will gladly take. But yeah, my PB had a really bad Safer Seph fight because he killed Cloud with Shadow Flare, and then I still lost 59 seconds there because of Bizarro. So I'd really like to be able to get a sub 245 at least before AGDQ, but we will make it. I'm planning to do a decent number of runs next week too, just because I have the whole week off for Christmas. Uh, 35 FPS is just the frame rate that the game runs on my laptop on. This game does not run consistently across different PCs for no real reason other than that, just that it's kind of a sloppy port. But because it's a sloppy port, I can do wrong warps too. So take what you can get. Yeah, 235 is the record. I'm not going to compete for the record at this category just because. I mean, I'm losing a couple minutes to the record just because of doing stuff for marathon safety, like buying more healing items before going to the final battles, getting the long range materia, using a different step counter route that gives me a lot more margin for error in Midgar. I mean, if I'd have done the strats that the record used, and gotten the luck that I did on the stealing and Ultima Weapon battles, I could theoretically get the record. But that's not really that's not really important to me, just because trying to get the record for this category would mostly be grinding Midgar over and over and over again, and then hoping for good luck with the few RNG bits that matter afterwards. I'd rather spend my time in other speedrun projects, like full any percent no slots for this game for starters. Yeah, you'd think you'd be like the Flash or something as far as just zipping up with without being seen. This is the Steam version, which is, I mean, it's basically just the same as the original PC version, except with better music and easier to run on modern PCs. Yeah, it's fast. For a full no slots, any percent run, it's about an hour faster, but I don't really care, to be honest. But capturing and practicing this game is not fun, basically, because I can't use an emulator to practice step counting on this version of the game, and I have to do this kind of hodgepodge setup that involves playing the game on my laptop in full screen mode and then capturing it on my PC using HDMI. I'm trying to decide if I want to do anything else or just call it a night, because I had some other stuff I wanted to do before going to bed. It's impossible for me to see or hear references to hedgehog pies without getting that music stuck in my head. Yeah, but if I run the game in windowed mode, which I basically would have to in order to stream from my desktop, then I would lose a lot of frames. Like, I'd lose probably about 4 frames a second or so, which adds up to about 7 or 8 minutes, I think, over the course of this run. And then that would also affect how the step counter works, because one of the step counter related variables goes up every frame of movement. Which is another reason why I'm not really a fan of speedrunning this version of FF7, is just that all the inconsistencies with the frame rate actually it actually affects the speed tech too, which is no bueno for me. Alright, good night, Marlin. Thanks for watching. I'll be doing this again next weekend, and probably a couple times over the coming week to get ready for HDQ. I think the next run is going to be the Dr. Seuss edition. But yeah, I think I lost. I'm trying to. I don't really have any way to objectively quantify it, but I'm guessing I probably lost a good like 20 to 30. Well, actually, just from the text speed alone, I probably lost a good like somewhere between 15 and 30 seconds. But then just the act of renaming characters cost like the better part of a minute too, I would say. So I probably won't rename characters for every run that I do, just because, I mean, having renamed characters didn't make me have any issues at all with this game. I mean, in this game it's actually pretty easy, just because of the face portraits in the menu. Like for FF6, there's a few places where having renamed characters can make it a little interesting. Like the biggest one I would say is when you choose your party before you fight Kefka, because you just see a list of names. I mean, the numbering for them is consistent, so I mean, like for marathons, I just write down the numbers for the characters I want to use. It's January 4th through 10th. Should probably get my bot set to promote it now. Yeah, this next AGDQ really feels like it's just kind of sneaking up, because there haven't been any banners made for it that I see on people's Twitch channels or anything. I don't really hear people talking about it much other than like practicing runs for it. Thank you everybody. If I hadn't had so many problems with Bizarro, that probably would have been a that might have been a sub 245. I mean, or at the very least a low 245. But I need to grind out the Sephiroth battles before my next full run, just because the timing with these strategies, if I don't do stuff like get more power sources or a few other things, I mean, the timing for getting all of the death blows in is very, very precise. Because the way the Bizarro fight is supposed to work is that I'm supposed to be able to kill him before he does anything at all other than his first kind of generic energy column attack. I'm supposed to be able to kill him before he actually does Volt 3. Yeah, I'm still waiting for someone to donate to name a character A or something at a at a marathon. I am running this game at AGDQ. It honestly kind of surprises me how often that question is coming up. Maybe I should start putting that in my stream title or something when it's AGDQ practice. This is probably going to be my last GDQ run for a while, just because there aren't really a whole lot of other games that I think have good chances at making GDQ marathons that, well, that I can run and that don't have better people that want to run them for GDQ marathons. Well, of the stuff I run, FF9's probably got the best shot in the near future. I mean, I do FF7, no slots, can probably make a comeback at some point, although it's not going to be for a while. Hey, Agama, thank you, thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna do my run on my own laptop with the saves on it. A one and only. Ooh, Dragon Warrior. I wish Dragon Warrior was popular enough to make a GDQ. I think the odds are pretty high that Dragon Warrior GBC will make it to RPG Limit Break though, because it's on the wait list when people drop out. Well, what is 100% FF9? I mean, how would you define that? I mean, that's that's the issue with trying to do 100% runs of long RPGs. Yeah, Dragon Warrior 4 is my favorite Dragon Warrior game. Yeah, FF6 glitchless 100% is much more reasonable just because it's defined by the community as all characters and espers, which only adds roughly an hour to the run because of the Moogle charm letting you avoid random encounters during the side quests. Chrono Trigger 100% is another good one because it's only adds about 2 hours. I'm thinking about it, but I don't know. I mean, I've been playing a lot of 2.5 this weekend, so I don't know if I really feel like doing anything more, or just saving that for like Wednesday night or something if I have time to stream. Phantasy Star 2 would be a good one if it's that run that I've seen Jacid do, it's like pretty, well, I don't remember what the time is exactly, but it's very fast for a for an old school RPG, just because of doing like stat underflows and wrong warps and stuff. The GDQ is in Washington, D.C. Ooh, nice. I approve of not terrible DW forums. RPG Limit Break is going to be May 12th through 16th of next year. Well, is the Scrubathon bonus stream gonna be like most other marathons, where the bonus stream lasts about as long as the rest of the marathon, just because people keep wanting to throw in more games? Anybody who runs DW4, that would be Everhate, and Zombie Train, I think, is the other guy that does. The summer GDQ event is in Colorado. Yeah, there's this interesting tradition coming up of making a marathon named after yourself, and then that's more people than just yourself doing runs. So we've had DeuceCon, Kefkathon. I think there's been at least like 2 others advertised on SDA Forum. If I ever have a Puexathon, it's probably just going to be me. Yes, DS version of Dragon Warrior 4 is very good. I would definitely recommend it if you've never played the game before. I mean, I have a lot of nostalgia for the original NES version of the game, but if you've never played it before, it might be a little off-putting because of not being able to control your characters in Chapter 5. The DS version lets you do that. It also just rebalances stuff out a lot better too, and makes the battles faster paced. I think it also just has like some general things that get tossed into remakes of NES RPGs too, like making it so that if you kill enemies and have other attacks targeting them, the game will retarget them to other living enemies instead of just whiffing. I forget if it's easier to revive characters that get killed in DS Dragon Warrior games, or if that's still a thing. My first Dragon Warrior game was Dragon Warrior. Alright, so now still trying to decide if I want to do something else or just stop the stream.